the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we have opened it up because TrueBadger is a DAO, and we're what's called a managed DAO. So a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. Management comes from the broad token holders, and that helps make a decision. However, I still believe that
First thing we're going to do, guys, is
combination structure between the two, which is the DAO bringing on a team of people to manage the day-to-day operations of a business. There's a lot of decisions that need to be made in order for something to operate properly. The broader decisions need to be handled by the DAO members, okay? And so what we're drawing up this in a document that says we're a managed DAO, meaning the DAO members have elected a person to be what is called the lead manager of that DAO. We actually have that election going on right now. There's only one option. It's yes or no for me to stay the lead DAO manager for TrueBadger.io. That'll change around a little bit over time. We'll start having where people can be suggested and moving forward from there. So currently right now, it is a vote out there. What you will need to do is there's a procedure on how to vote. First of all, you need to be a token holder of TrueBadger in order to do that vote. This is for a 6-month term, okay? And we'll keep redoing this at different points from there. Now, the way it'll work with our managed DAO is the only person that the community will have the opportunity to elect will be the lead DAO manager. Then that lead DAO manager will then bring on all the rest of the team that's needed, marketing people, day-to-day operations, that type of thing. So ultimately, in this, I don't work for me, and the team doesn't work for me. They work under me. I work for, in this case right now, for the token holders. My sole responsibility is to manage the day-to-day operations to the best of my ability, and I'm answerable to the token holders on the actions that I do. And if there is a vote done, or when there is a vote, not if, when there is a vote done by the token holders, it is not my job to say, oh, I disagree with that or I agree with it. My job is to execute that wishes of the DAO in the format, in the decision that's been made, and then from there make day-to-day operations to achieve the success of whatever it is that the DAO members want. So that voting is open from now until Tuesday, okay? And then we'll announce the results of that on that side of it. Because it is for the lead manager, and we don't want it to be, hey, the token price has been going down for 9 days straight. We want to replace the lead manager. That would be disruptive to the whole thing. And we may end up with lead managers every 6 weeks changing out. The vote threshold is 80%. So either 80% yes or 80% no. We will take one of the votes coming up will be what that threshold will be in the future. But right now we have set that at 80%, as my job is the manager, lead manager, elected by the group that founded this, the DAO, is 80%. You guys will have a chance to adjust that. We'll give you some different ranges, and you'll go through and pick the range that you think is best for that. So that'll be one of the votes. You guys will start to see there'll be a lot of things coming up for vote here, probably on a weekly basis. Eventually, in the next, I would say 60 days or so, maybe less, you guys will begin to be able to go through a process where if you think something needs to get voted on, you'll actually create an initiative, and then other people will either vote up or down on that initiative. If you get enough support for the initiative, then it will become a full vote for the community to then vote on and participate in. So all of those rules, but you guys are going to help set the rules in which we'll move forward. So a lot of initiatives over the next 6 to 8 weeks will be about setting those initial rules for it. and the development of the smart contract that then will operate the DAO in which TrueBadger will operate under. All of the different projects that we're working on will go through the same procedures. So Insights will have an election for their DAO of the lead manager, and then it'll go through that same process, and all the different projects that we come out with will go through these same processes in order to get up and going. Once we set them in place, then they'll just be duplicated with each project that we do. Again, one of the things that I love about DAOs, I love about where it's going to. I think, and not maybe with a lot of us that are on here, right? Little older generation. I think we still appreciate entrepreneurship and capitalism. I believe, though, with a lot of the younger generation, because of some of the things that have happened, capitalism and entrepreneurship have gotten a little bit of a bad rap, right? And I believe that the area where this will be restored will be in this space, okay? In the token space. Now, this is, again, bringing legitimate projects to the table. Anytime I'm talking about this, guys, I'm not talking about the pump and dumps or the scams or any of that stuff, right? We're talking about legitimate projects that have been brought forward in order for us to, have a future to them, right? So I believe that because things have now been reversed, normally when companies get formed in the normal space, and I'll use, again, I guess Amazon's a great example. You have one owner, Jeff Bezos, who owns a major portion of the company, right? Because he was the founder. The early investors that he raised the first $1 million from all got decent sized pieces of the company. They became extremely wealthy. The thing that I love about this is the concepts that are coming forward, like TrueBadger, like Catapult, like SafuFide, like Insights. We did the same thing. We built, and I'll use Insights as an example. We built technology that is extremely valuable, but we built it and said that technology will then be owned and operate for the benefit of the token holders, okay? So the token holders are now received the financial benefit of that software is now, when it comes into Insights, is being received for the token holders. Now, for us founding that, there were development, what are called dev tokens, that were issued to the team for coming up with that. And then there's tokens that were issued to TrueBadger for the support that we gave to it. Those tokens were then shared with who? The DAO members, right? Because any token that went to TrueBadger belongs to who? The TrueBadger DAO members, which are you, the token holders. And that's why there was the reward drop that you guys can go claim. I believe there's still 31 trillion tokens that have not been claimed yet. So there are still people out there that held tokens during the snapshots. Snapshots are simple. They are a snapshot, right? Snap with a camera, snapshot of the blockchain at any given set moment in time. So 11:59 on the 30th of whatever month it is, they go and they take a complete snapshot of every wallet address and the amount of tokens that they have. That is a determination of your ownership and how much tokens you held in TrueBadger at that moment. We do that with each of our projects 5 times over the course of a period of time. We actually list those snapshots, okay? We say, hey, a snapshot's going to be taken at or about this time. We don't give exact times, they're estimates, because at some point in time they're going to hit the button. It's going to take the snapshot. If you hold tokens, that will put you in. Now, what we do is, instead of 1 snapshot, we do 5 snapshots, and we take an average of those 5 snapshots, and that will give you what your percentage of tokens that are rewarded to TrueBadger for its support in moving things forward in that. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody, and that's where it's in. So in Insights, you have the dev team, you have TrueBadger for its support, and then you had a small group of early investor people that got on board, and then you have the initial swap through Catapult and phase 2, and then on to Pancake Swap. So that's the layout of the entire structure of how these are done. And again, Insights is a DAO as well, a decentralized autonomous organization. So the revenue that's generated through Insights is being generated for the DAO token holders. Whereas in a normal corporate sense, we would have said, let's start a company. We have 100% of the stock. The founders will get some, and then investors come in and buy. And then that's the limitation there, which is why phenomenal amounts of wealth have been built for, heck, let's go back to Walmart. The Walton family at one point had hundreds of billions of dollars because they had a majority share of it. I believe how this fixes entrepreneurship, capitalism, is the fact that being the founders of Insights, we have small percentages of ownership instead of the larger percentages of ownership. The larger percentage of ownerships are actually the token holders as a whole, the people that got involved in the regular rounds. So what does that mean? That means if, let's say, an Amazon or a company that was formed now is worth $1 trillion, instead of that owner maybe owning 20 or 30% or 15% being worth $100 billion, that owner might be worth 20 billion or 30 billion, but the broader sense of the early adopters of it, which is what we built, we've been working on over the last 6 years, which is saying ownership should be shared, or at least the benefits of it, let's put it that way, not the ownership, but the benefits of it prior to this should be shared by the early customers. So being a marketer, being somebody who's been in business, what I realized is that my customers, so I did a thing called Crazy Bones, okay? Crazy Bones ended up in 60 million Happy Meals. Before that, I did a product that was called Pogs. If it wasn't for the early kids and parents that supported my product, the first 1,000 to 5,000 people who actually purchased my product, my company would have never been successful. But they were both very successful companies because of that early support. I believe that that is how the broader blockchain and crypto space works. Is it says if you participate in it, decentralized autonomous organization, that you're providing value through your participation, using the product, supporting it through swaps, supporting it through sharing and getting other people involved with it. That's the broader sense. And that's why I believe that the crypto and blockchain, and guys, anytime I mention crypto, the underlying value of that is the blockchain. The value is created by the blockchain. Crypto is the representation of the value that's created. So that's the utility side of, so the utility and the technology is the blockchain. Cryptocurrency is simply the representation of that, that says, hey, there was value created. So give you Insights as an example. The blockchain secures the technology that we built, and the trading is done on the blockchain through decentralized applications. That's the value. The crypto that's attached to it, the Insights token, gets its value because the token holders are the owner, the representation of that DAO. And so what happens is when Insights, the technology, the trading technology, when people pay to access that technology, that revenue then creates value for the token. So hopefully that is making sense and where we're headed to, because all of our projects are that way. SafuFide, protecting people's wallets, working with DAOs, and you guys will see there's applications being built that will have small fees to them. Those fees for that access to that technology is how eventually the SafuFide will have its value to the token, not just the simple fact that people are buying or swapping and back and forth for it. And if there's more people swapping for it, the price goes up. Less people, swapping the other way, it's going down. There will be a reason. There'll be factors behind it, revenue behind it, that say, here's why I want to own SafuFide. Here's why I want to own Insights. Here's why I want to own True Badger, because it generates revenue. And if I own the token, I then own a piece of that revenue that's in place on where it's going to. So that is the explanation of it. So we are DAOs. By being a token holder, you are participating in the complete success. Can we vote for more than one wallet if the wallet holds True Badger? Great question, Tim. And it was put in the chat, guys. I just saw it there. There was one, so I forgot to answer it. You're not voting for people. You're voting for wallets. A wallet is a representation. That's actually what holds the tokens. I don't know if 4 people own that wallet, 1 person, 2 people, whatever it is. So there's X amount. And the way that this is set up to be balanced is, so the people, the whales, do not control the vote. It's the masses that control the vote. There's actually a limitation. So for every so many tokens you have, you get 1 vote, but there's a cap on the number of votes that you get and that you move forward with. So it's if somebody owns a lot of tokens, they're limited to how many of those tokens they can vote for. And you must have a limited amount, and all that's in the voting stuff, guys, for you to be able to do. And we'll be balancing out. These are things that you guys will help us determine as token holders on the balance between what it takes to put a vote in and there. But what we don't want is 4 or 5 people or 1 person to be able to come in and buy enough tokens to then decide the direction of the whole project. The idea of DAOs is that you're taking what the majority wants and not the minority. In a centralized system, the people who control the company make the decisions. In a decentralized application, we want the broader group to be able to make those decisions. So it's basically collective intelligence, being able to tap into what people want. And now here's the beauty of it, and this is what I love about it. In a decentralized world, in what we're doing here with DAOs, the customers are normally going to be the people that love the services and the products are going to be the ones that are the most likely token holders, right? I like a product, they have a token, I'm going to hold that token, more than likely to get some type of benefit. I can pay with that token, I can get a discount because I hold that token. I believe the product is going to be a success, so it's going to generate a lot of revenue, so I'm going to hold that token. So the great part about it is the fans, the people who are supporters using that product, are normally the ones that are going to be able to lead it in the right direction and benefit from that. So hopefully this is making sense to everybody, because that's what I want to mainly do today, is get across, guys, why DAOs, why decentralization, why I believe that the blockchain and cryptocurrencies are going to change the world and so it allows for more people to participate, much smaller amounts of funds. I mean, you can buy $1 worth of True Badger, right, and participate, or swap for $1 worth of True Badger, or insights in a converted into USD. So a dollar's worth of BNB can then be swapped for True Badger or insights. So it doesn't take a lot to participate. And again, I can participate. And the great thing about it too is on the reward side, I know we all love rewards programs, right? Getting 8 cents or 12 cents or 15 cents on our gas off. But if I'm an early customer, would I rather get taken care of in something? And a lot of this, there's things that need to be determined and figured out as we move down the road here. But would I rather be determined and rewarded in a piece of the action, right? Some type of situation that says, you know what, now I am a benefiter from the later customers because I was an earlier customer. If that's making sense to everybody, if you're on the Zoom, put a 1 in the chat there if that's making sense to you. If it is and you're on the phone, just raise your hand. We won't see you, but at least you get to participate, right? Because you're on the phone, right? Just raise your hand in the air, right? We want to make sure that you guys have a chance to participate. By the way, guys, we're here to give you guys information that you want. So is this if just put in a yes. If you want me to change subjects and go in another direction, I will. But if this is valuable to you guys, just put in a yes real quick. I just want to see if this is making sense. Because again, if you're going to participate in it, you need to understand what you're participating in. And moving forward, this is the types of things that we're developing and doing. And so all the projects, as we roll them out, will be this way. We're getting ready to sign the final agreement here over the next couple of days. We've got 2 more agreements to do. We'll get the final one done probably by Saturday for our first project that is not part of the direct Nexus. It's part of the ecosystem because all the projects are, but not the direct one that we'll be bringing to the table. That's okay, buddy. And those will be the same way. They're DAOs. Here's how you participate and here how you do this, and start moving in that direction. A lot of this has not been, there's a lot of experimenting going on, and we will do the same thing. We will experiment with how this process goes. The great thing is you guys will get to participate in making those decisions, and then we can change them from there on that side of it. So again, we've already had a vote prior to this a little while ago, but this will be our second vote. And then again, there will start to be votes on a weekly basis. You don't have to vote. I will say, when you first register your wallet, you will have to do a transaction or okay it in your wallet, your MetaMask wallet. So there is a small fee, 14, 20, 18 cents, whatever it is, to participate in it. When you vote after that, you won't have to for at least 30 days. We'll just know that you were a holder within that 30 to 45 day period of time, and then move forward from there. Okay. So that's kind of where it'll be at. And then what we're building within SafuFide. So we'll get to SafuFide now. So SafuFide is a multi-sig wallet for you to use to protect your funds. There is no cost for us on that side of it at this point. Where our main focus is, and the main reason for us starting it, was to do DAOs like this, where members will be able to vote and then move things forward. Okay. So that is part of what it will be. So right now we're using this voting mechanism, but eventually you'll go to SafuFide, and that is where the votes will take place. That's where you'll be able to suggest things to be voted for, start initiatives to then build the support for them to become votes moving forward. There's a lot to still be decided and figured out in this space, right? DAOs are new. They've never been done before. Normally you have a centralized figure that runs things, right? And then it trickles down from there. This is a new way of doing things. I believe it is the right way, but I believe there'll be some pains along the way of figuring out what works. And that's why when I looked at it, I said, well, if you have an organization that the votes are always coming from the bottom, who's going to execute on those orders? So it's kind of like, this is what we want, but who's responsible to do it? Do you use volunteers? Does the DAO members hire each person? And that's why we began to move towards the thought process of a managed DAO, a lead manager, that's only responsibility is to use his best efforts or her best efforts to make the day-to-day decisions, but also has a full obligation to execute on the votes that are done by the community members and the wishes of the community members. So they're a simple tool that is there to function for the token holders. Okay, so that's kind of the way around the nobody's voting firm. Yep. All right. So in voting is simple, guys. It literally is made very simple throughout the process. You go there. It takes a few seconds to be able to vote and get that stuff done. All right. So all that stuff is going to be simple. Eventually it will be on SafuFide, but we built temporary software to get the voting underway while they're still working on the DAO side of SafuFide. The first things that we wanted to get done on SafuFide was the protection of wallets. And I will update you guys on that right now. So right now we've built the SafuFide. However, True Badger Insights are taxable tokens. And when you when you swap, there's a fee based. And when you transfer from one wallet to the next, there's a fee base there. So what we're building now, we've built SafuFide, the multi-sig wallets are set up. So now what we're building is the bridge that is a non-taxable bridge that says you can move it from your MetaMask wallet to your safe without the fee, and then back from your safe back to your wallet, which then you would do trades on Pancake Swap, and those type of trades would take place on that side of it. So hopefully that makes sense. Those will be available within 7 to 14 days. We're building a bridge for True Badger. We're building a bridge for Insights. And at the same time, we're building the bridge for SafuFide, which currently does not have a token, but will have a token on November 29th. So that will take place on November 29th. That is a solid date, guys. That is the Monday, the last Monday of November that token will take place. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of little jokes going on over in the side. So that's why I'm laughing a little bit. I'm seeing some of the stuff. George is quite the crack up there, my friends. All right. We're going to have to give George a job at the comedy factory here eventually. We're going to have to launch a comedy token. All right. All right. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Corey, is there anything that I'm forgetting on that side of it?
Nothing you're forgetting. I just wanted to add that, the reason for this Thursday call, we normally do a call for a large community that joined as wallet holders. And now we're maximizing our exposure with YouTube and this Zoom. So we often give visuals as well. So we're making sure we do that. In my humble opinion, when Peter, you asked if everybody's following and understanding this, there's no better way to get into crypto than becoming comfortable with it. And that's through education and knowledge. And that's what we're providing here. It's not always just what True Badger is doing or what Insights is doing or what the Nexus ecosystem is doing. It's providing knowledge on the blockchain and on crypto in general, which therefore ultimately, in my opinion, I don't think enough people are doing in the space. And that's how we get more people involved into, where this world is headed. So thanks for that, Peter. And just wanted to tag on to that. And I did want to add before I forgot that on Saturday, we're going to have a special AMA and we're going to show what has been progressing with the Nexus ecosystem as far as our branding, marketing, very exciting things. So guys, don't miss out on that. We'll be live here as well. Back to you, Peter.
Awesome. We're actually getting some great questions in already, which is, do we have dates yet for snapshots for SafuFide? Those will be published on Saturday. Okay. So you will have the dates. And again, guys, we're not going to give specific times. There'll be a date and a range of time that it'll be done, because sometimes there's things happening on the chain or whatever that the snapshot can't be done right at that moment. So it'll be an estimate of that time. So don't, go, oh, at 11:59, I had this. It's sometime within a range of a few hours before, a few hours after that those would take place. I would not try to time them. I would simply get True Badger, hold on to it for dear life, hodl it. And then you don't have to worry about that. Whenever they happen, they happen. But we will have the dates on Saturday. As a matter of fact, we'll share those on the Saturday call, and then there'll be a post done on those two for those snapshots to take place. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and jump in. How are we going to field the questions on the call, Corey? Do we know that yet?
Everybody has been instructed to ask them here on Zoom if they had a question, so they all should be here.
All right,
we'll go ahead and start answering on here. I'll keep an eye on YouTube as well.
Great. Bobby asked the question, where do we see if we need to claim coins from a snapshot? That's great. You can simply go to cataboltswap.io, and then you go to the Bolt Power, launch Bolt Power, select the project that you're checking on. Right now, there's only Insights. There will be True Badger there. There'll be SafuFide there over time. Right now, only Insights is there. You're going to click on that, and then that's going to, you're going to go to the Claim Center. You're going to just connect your wallet when you get to that page, and it'll tell you if you have tokens that are available for you to swap. You may want to check on the value of those tokens prior to swapping, because there's the transaction fee to Binance Smart Chain. We do not take any of the transaction fee that's done on the chain to protect safety and security. And then you'll decide, yes, it's 14 cents for the transaction. I got $12 or $1,200 worth of tokens coming. And then you'll do that transaction, and those will be deposited right from the smart contract right into the wallet. Okay, so let's jump in. Long question short. I thought I had a very successful first round of crying aside during pre-swap, just to learn that first contract was null and void for everyone. The system took my 0.25, showed success, and still shows those NSI took acquired in the round in my wallet. So I was unaware either. Okay, so I'll guys, if you swapped in the first round the replacement contract, I assure you your tokens are in your wallet under the new contract number. I have now checked probably 45 people's tokens for that. They said, oh, my replacement ones were not there. They are absolutely positively there. If you go on Binance BSC scan and you click on put your wallet address in, you're going to see your transactions one over. And Corey, maybe we can walk them through this process here if you can pull that up for the people that are on here. We will show you. You'll see that you got admin tokens. A lot of the admins are going to be topped up, and we already have the dates and all that for that. And the reason for that is the contract, the original contract, those will always be there. They're not going to go away. We basically minted those tokens. There was a mistake in the way they did the mathematics. The entire token allocation was minted and distributed in the first round. Of course, that doesn't work for a successful project. So it doesn't do any good because you have tokens that wouldn't have had any value, right? Or the value that they have today. So we launched a new contract, a replacement contract. And for the tokens that are now have no value, they're still there. We've replaced them with the new token. And that new token now that's the one that has value right now. And again, a lot of people that are in that first round are qualified to receive some top up, and those will be coming on the dates that we've already given. We actually had a great call with the programmers today to get that done, and that will all be accomplished before the end of this month. So you'll see more tokens come in, and of course your value is going to go up from there on where that is at. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody on what happened. It was a human error that was corrected with the new contract. Okay. Somebody's asking for the link to vote. If we can maybe put the video on how to, and then they can then get the link from there, that'd be great. Will the insights top offs need to be claimed, or will they be airdropped directly into our wallet? Tim, they will be claimed, and it'll be claimed the same way that you did your insights. You'll just go back there, connect your wallet, and we'll get you more details on that once it's set up. Same way if you were unable to do it, guys, we're going to get you guys the instructions out on that. And then you'll just follow the instructions.
Hey, buddy, I'm going to go over to share my screen real quick with you that you asked for.
Yes, please. I'm just answering while you were doing that. So
perfect. Okay, so I entered, let me actually go back a step. You can see my screen okay, buddy?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I entered the wallet address here up top. So you see the wallet address here. If you go to the, actually you'll select on BEP 20 tokens, token TXNS transactions. And then I'm going to go down to the first attempt at insights, which will be if this is you, the original contract. I'm going to select on the next possible insights transaction, because that will be the one that I did. And you will be able to see in this method column, you're going to see admin swap for.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. Go ahead, Peter.
Yep. And that's exactly how you're going to do that, guys. If you do that, you guys will see that your tokens are there. If you have less than the minimum that they will be topped up from that side of it, guys. And trust me, I wish it never happened. We greatly apologize for it, but if we did not correct it, then we would have never had a successful project that you guys would have benefited from. Okay. So the value of what you have is more than the value, even though you had more tokens on the first contract, everybody, those tokens would have never been worth as much as the ones that you ended up with in the long run. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. It was something we had to fix for the success of the project, not because we wanted to fix it. It had to be fixed. It was something that needed to be done. Okay, I'm going to get back to answering questions. Hopefully that helps a lot of you to be able to go and check and make sure that you receive your tokens. By the way, if you don't know if your claim went through, that's also a way to be able to collect. Do the same thing, and then instead of saying admin swap, it will say claim there if you swapped on PooCoin. So those are easy ways to go back. When you go into the first transactions, it doesn't give you a lot of information. You go to that next, the third one over, click on that. It's going to tell you the name of the token to the right-hand side. And then when you click on that, it's going to pull up the methods one that will show it. So it's a couple different ways that you have to go, but it's going to help clear up a lot of stuff for you guys. The Binance, it's all there on this BSC scan. However, you do need to know the pathway to go look to get all that information. So, all right. So when we take coins out of the safe, we are agreeing to take tokens out to put in our wallet. Is that right? Yes. So you're transferring from your wallet to the safe and from the safe back to your wallet. Please do not do that right now with True Badger or Insights tokens. Wait for us to build the application that will allow you to transfer those tax or fee free. Okay. And we are working on that. That has already been started. It's about the minimum will be 7 days. The most will be 14. I think we're going to get it done in 7 days, but you don't want to swap those yet. You can move BNB from your main wallet to your safe. You can move BUSD. There are a lot of tokens you can move, but none of them that are fee-based tokens. So SafeMoon, there's a whole host of them. Baby Doge, Ping. These are ones that you don't want to move from your main wallet to your safe yet at this point. Okay. And we'll show you guys how the applications work, and whether you can move those tokens will be if they have an app, and we'll show you where that's going to be. If you say, oh, I own this token, let me go see if there's an app. If there's an app, you will be able to move it without the fee. If there is no app, you will incur the fee, and you would more than likely would not want to protect that token with a safe. You would probably want to protect that with a Trezor hard wallet on that side of it, so you don't end up with those double fees. Will there be a fee for transferring from Trust to SafuFide? There's always a transaction fee, guys, if it's on the chain. Okay, that's not a fee from us. That is a fee from the chain. So for security purposes, for that to happen, there is always a fee. Now, the great thing is you had Ethereum, which was very high fees. Now you have Binance, which are low fees. There are other chains coming where the fees will be dramatically reduced. This is the beauty of in order to sometimes accomplish the end goal, you have to do incremental things in between. So the first incremental was a Ethereum, which was a mine token, which then raised the fees, very low transactions. Now, as chains are improving on what Bitcoin did, and then Ethereum, and now additional chains, those transactions are going up, which increases the speed and reducing the cost. Eventually, guys, and here's the beauty of where we're going to get to. Eventually, transactions on these chains will be tenths of a penny, right? Maybe even hundreds of a pennies or thousands of a pennies, and they'll be able to do tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. But right now, in the development phase of it, the least expensive chain that we're using right now is the Binance Smart Chain. By the way, SafuFide will be launching on 2 chains. So right now, True Badger 1 chain, Insights is on 1 chain. SafuFide will be launching on 2 chains, and then within a short period of time, True Badger and Insights will be moved on to those 2 chains, and then eventually 3, and so on and so on and so on. So you'll have more ways to acquire the tokens through more different avenues and utilizing different cryptos to then acquire it. So right now you need BNB or BUSD. Eventually you'll have other tokens that you can acquire it with, and it gives way more options for it to do, and more networks to trade on, and also the possibility of lower fees. They're talking about now some chains being built that will have no fees on it. Now imagine that, being able to securely do transactions with no fees. Very exciting with a lot of the stuff that's going on. So the short answer is yes, there is a fee by the Binance Smart Chain for any transaction that you do. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys have noticed, when you first acquire a token, so a new token, when you go on to PancakeSwap and it gives you permission to access that token, you have to pay the fee for the permission. And then when you trade the token, you also pay a fee then. So again, any transaction that's done on that network will have a fee. It's the same way on the Ethereum chain. When you buy them, you buy them. But when you go to sell those, then it's going to ask you to then do a transaction first to approve that to happen, and then the transaction take place. And each time there is a fee that's based to that. So that's why lower fee chains are exciting. And hopefully eventually they'll fix the Ethereum chain and make that a low fee chain as well. And I know there's a lot of people working on that. All right. Could we be able to transfer non-taxable funds between wallet addresses in individual SafuFide safes? So you're saying from safe to safe? The answer to that would be no. It's going to have to be from your main wallet to the safe, and from the safe back to the main wallet, utilizing the app that we're building from it, but you won't be able to do that. And the reason for this, guys, is to make it where transactions cannot happen outside the system, where people are saying, oh, instead of you going here and getting them, you just get them from me and I'll give them to you for 95 cents on the dollar instead of the fee-based type thing. So it prevents people from manipulating the situation. I'm not saying any of you guys would do it. You guys would be fair and want to do it the proper way. But there would be people that would come in and say, let's manipulate this. We'll buy them, and then we'll do that, and we'll be able to manipulate those situations. Again, avoiding. Why are the fees in place? The fees are in place in order to what? Create value for the token holders. That's where the reflection comes from. It's why we have LP the way we do. And the LP is a determining factor in you being able to get in and out of the token, as well as the market cap, the value of that token. In a normal situation with normal non-fee based tokens, the majority of LP is provided by individuals. And at any time, those individuals can say, oh, I'm going to pull my LP, which would then ultimately over time affect the market cap. This way we have built in LP, so there's some stability in the marketplace that allows for these to be very stable, or more stable than maybe other situations. Okay. Let's see. I have both my TW and MM. I know TW. Okay. So Trust Wallet and MetaMask. I know TW is not ready for SafuFide yet, but can I set up the safe with just M? Yes. So you can set up a safe with just MetaMask. But I believe we don't have Dawn with us, but I believe with Wallet Connect, they can do Trust Wallet with the safe now. Buddy, is that correct? Can you check with her?
Yes, the last I heard that is correct, but I will double check.
Yes, but we will check right now. But I believe you can use Trust Wallet utilizing Wallet Connect, but let us check on that, okay? If not, we're very close to making that happen, okay? Being newly retired, you had mentioned recently that True Badger could eventually produce income. Would you please elaborate as to how this would occur? So right now, guys, again, there's a lot of unknowns in the future of DAOs and where they're headed to and stuff. But at some point, if the token holders are the owners of the entire project, then the assets that are generated or the revenue, the profits would then belong to those. And what our hopes would be is there will become a time where those can be distributed. So True Badger has a project, a wallet, let's say, that it developed. And that wallet, because it comes with maybe insurance with it for your digital assets, it comes with added security. So instead of being free, like a MetaMask or a trust and having low revenue ability, where there's actually a fee based into that. And that, let's say there's 1 million people using that wallet, and those people are paying $10 a month to use it. That's 10 million in revenue. It's costing 5 million a month to run the security and everything. That leaves 5 million left over. The hopes would be that at some point in time, that 5 million could then, in digital assets, could then be distributed back out to the token holders under the premise that you held those tokens maybe within the entire period of time. Let's say it's quarterly or monthly. If you held those tokens, or an average of what you held over that, is how that would be sent out. So that's the hopes and the dreams and the goals of it, because then right now, the best way that people have it in order to realize their gains on crypto is to what? Sell the crypto, right? But now you're not in the project anymore. You have less in the project. So ultimately, that will be the goal to get to. At the time frame on that, I do not know, but that is my hope. That's my dream. That's my I have a dream speech, right? That will become the reality of it, because then I could find 40 or 50 projects I love, start putting in $25, $50 a month into them, or $10, whatever it may be. And then over time, have a beautiful situation where I have revenue coming in, because I would only put mine in projects that would have the ability to have real utility behind them, that have the ability to generate revenue, and that would have the potential to become profitable projects that then would be owned by the token holders, because they would all be DAOs. All right. No date on Catapult token at all at this point, guys. So one at a time. All right. And that would be, the next one is SafuFide. All right. Does the amount of True Badger tokens on my wallet affect the amount of new tokens I get from reflection? So if I own 20 billion tokens, I get more than someone else who only has 15 billion. Yes, Renee, the token distribution on reflection is directly related to the number of tokens you have. The more tokens you have, the bigger percentage. It's pro rata distributed to everyone who holds tokens, but the more you have, the more of that reflection you are getting. Absolutely, yes. Last week said that the top off was the first day pre-swap, and the holders who were unable to swap would be topped off tomorrow, 11/12. Is that still the schedule? I don't know the date that was given. I'm sorry, guys. I know that we had, I think it was this last Saturday. There were dates that were given. So we would have to check on that. I don't know if that was the date of that, but we'll check and see. If that was the date, then no, because I know that they're building the smart contracts right now as we speak. Can we check on that, Corey, and see if we can get that answered before we get off here on what is the date for the top offs? That's what we need, is the date that we've announced for that to happen. Okay. How do we save our wallet? I do know all the stuff is done. It's just now contracts need to be built for that to be distributed. Okay. How do we save our wallet address so it's safe, but we can get to without going out opening our wallet? Well, so guys, I have a Microsoft document that I actually have all of my wallets listed on. So it's my wallet addresses, and I just have them listed there, and I have a short description. I do not have my password there. I do not have my seed words there, just the wallet address and what it is. So it'll say, here's the wallet address. And for like on True Badger, it says innovation wallet. And then there's another wallet address, and it says marketing wallet. And then I can just go there and grab those real quick if I don't have the ability to open up my wallet. If I'm home, I open my wallet and I just grab it there because it's an easy click, and I'm going to make sure I get it right. But if I was like maybe at a hotel and I didn't want to access my wallet, I would then go to the document, grab it, paste it, and go from there. Always, always check the first 4 and the last 4 of an address before you hit that send button, to make sure, even if I hit the copy button, the 2 little pages there afterwards, I always check the first 4 and the last 4. Moving forward for security purposes, diligence, double check, triple check. As we talked about, we'll go into some safety stuff right now. Never share your seed words. Never share any of the QR codes that are from your wallet on that side of it. Do not click on links people text you. Do not click on links they give you on the internet saying there is never any time you need to sync your wallet. Okay. Do not communicate with people when they're helping you with finances that you cannot see on a Zoom. Make sure you double, triple check the address in the address bar when you visit any site. If you're going to truebadger.io, when you put it in or you click on it in Google or anywhere, I always go to the address trubadger.io. Look to the left, make sure the lock is there, that it's a secure site, and then I will proceed with doing stuff on that site. A lot of times the scam artists will do True Badger and put an extra letter in there. So truebadgers.io, you don't notice it when you look at it broadly, but if you look at it, or they'll put a dash in. So make sure, never go online and look for a customer service number for these projects. Okay. We had somebody who went and got the customer service number for MetaMask online. They called the number. MetaMask does not have a customer service line. So what they were doing was calling somebody who made that up, posted it online thinking that people would go look for it. She was talking to the scam artist, and of course they led her to sharing screen or whatever happened, and ended up emptying out her wallet. So
I got your answer, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Corey.
Oh, were you finishing the answer to another question?
Yeah, I'm done.
Go ahead.
No, I got it. I was just going through safety protocols right then.
Okay, cool. I just spoke with Doug. He said that the initial would be tomorrow, the 12th. He is actually getting the numbers loaded up from Reza tonight. So once they hit the claim part, it should be tomorrow, but if not, it will be on Monday.
Okay. So either tomorrow or Monday. I'd go claim them on Monday because it'll be done for sure there. And you'll do that at Catapult, and you'll do it the same way that you claimed your NSI tokens for your airdrops. If you didn't have a chance to do that because you didn't hold them long enough, it's Catapult, it's Bolt Power. Matter of fact, Corey, would you walk them through very quickly for the people that are on here? And you're going to have to explain it verbally when you walk them through it for the people that are on the phone. So, but let's do a show and show through how to do that, and then we'll explain it on the phone. While you're getting that up, I'm going to answer another question. Okay. Okay. I already answered that one. All right.
Ready when you are, buddy.
I'll do one more question, buddy, and then you can do that. Okay.
Sounds great.
Are we going to do the pre-launch for SafuFide differently than NSI? Okay. I'm going to stop right there. We will go over the instructions for NSI, 7 days prior to. So on the 22nd, I believe, or 7 days prior to, we will have the entire instructions on exactly how. We're still working on a few of the procedures and stuff. We got a lot worked out already. But so a week prior to it launching, we'll have a couple things for you. We'll have the minimum amount of True Badger you'll need to have in your wallet to swap. We'll have the maximum number of people that can participate. And we'll have all the rules and regulations, everything that needs to be followed in order to participate in that swap on the 22nd. All right, go ahead, Corey.
Perfect. All right, here we go. All right, you're going to go out to cataboltswap.io. That's cataboltswap.io, cataboltswap.io. You're going to go up and you're going to connect your wallet on the top right. It's going to say connect wallet. Mine says my wallet address because it's connected, but you're going to go and connect your wallet. You're going to choose MetaMask or Trust Wallet. Once you're connected, your wallet address will show in the top right in pink in that button there. You're going to click on Bolt Power. And then once it takes you to the next screen, you're going to see a button that says Launch Bolt Power. So you're going to click on Launch Bolt Power. And then the following screen that you go to, you're going to see Insights DeFi Trader down in the middle. To the right of that, you're going to see a drop-down arrow that you will select on. It'll drop down a button, pink button that says Details. You'll click on the pink button that says Details. It'll take you to the next screen. And on the right, once your wallet is connected and you are on the correct wallet and you have the tokens, it'll show you the number of airdrops that you can claim. And then you'll just go ahead and click on the Claim Tokens. And from there, your MetaMask pop-up will appear to confirm this transaction. Once confirmed, that's all you need to do.
And guys, if you want to know if your transaction went through, you see transaction history. You'll see the amount, the date, and all that right there. You don't even have to go out to BS Scan. It's going to show it there. If the transaction had an issue, it won't show there, and you'll need to go back through that.
There you go.
All right. All right. And all right. So Susan has a great question. And Corey, maybe we can ask Dawn this. We were asking this to Reza. So she's asking, I had someone in Zoom say, just leave tokens for now as there is no rush to claim them. Did I lose reflection on them while they sit there in Catapult Swap? So they're not in Catapult Swap. You're just getting them from there. They're actually on the smart contract. As a matter of fact, you can go to BS Scan. You can see the wallet address. They're sitting in a wallet address there. We actually we asked that question. I don't know what the response was. We'll check with Dawn to see. I believe you are getting the reflection from them, but I don't want to answer a question that I don't know the answer to at this point. So we are checking. There's not a lot of, unless the value of them is too low, guys, there's not a lot of reason to leave them in that wallet. You're better off getting them in your wallet and having them there. Here's one of the things. If you did not already buy NSI, it gives another wallet holder, which then wallet holders are a representation of the network. So I would actually recommend that if you have tokens to claim through NSI, that you don't hesitate or wait to do that you do go claim those whenever that's available for you to be able to do. I've already claimed my NSI tokens that I could claim simply because I don't see a need to leave them there, but you may have a reason. And if that is, I'm okay with that. From there, okay? All right. So we're checking to see if I believe you still get the reflection. The reflection is definitely paid. Whether it is then increases the amount when you go claim it, I do not know the answer. That's the answer I do not know the question to, okay? Dave W, thanks. I had stepped away. Let me see what Dave's question was, and we'll see if we answered that question. On MetaMask, 3 wallets for 3 people will all be able to swap for SafuFide. Guys, the 22nd. So there you go, Dave, if you're back now. The 22nd, we will have all the details for the process for SafuFide. No details prior to that. That'll give everybody a week, which is plenty of time for people to prepare for it, okay? It might be a little bit more before the 22nd. It might be like whatever that weekend is, a few days before, but sometime in that time frame. The instructions, Lee asked, where would those instructions be found? You just talked about which instructions?
I think he's talking about how to claim your tokens on Catapult.
There is a video there. SafuFide. Those instructions will be put out on or before the 22nd, very close to or on, and then they'll be available in the normal places on YouTube, on the Telegram channel. If you're part of PTR, it'll be part of that. We're also building some other places where you'll be able to find it, but they'll be spread out throughout. It'll be a YouTube video that we'll create that'll have the information on exactly what you need to do. Okay. All right, let's see. Thanks. I had to step away. Okay, I got that one. Thank you. Okay. Do you know when we will be? Okay, yes, we just answered that one. All right, buddy. That is all the questions for today. Thank you guys for joining us. Apologize for the technical stuff. We're just trying to figure out how to get everything to marry together. YouTube, Zoom, and the phone calling session, because we want to have a lot of avenues for people to get the information so we can get it out as fast as possible. So I'm going to end with this, and this is very, very important. Being a part of a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, the more people that we have involved, the more beneficial and the better it is to the DAO members, okay? And that means better for you. So what does that mean? And as a whole, for the crypto space as a whole, so we have the crypto space. Within that, we have True Badger, NSI, the other projects that we're launching. The more people we get involved, the stronger the network is, the better it is, the more protection, the more security, the more safety that is now available for all of us. I believe it is in all of our hands to go out and spread the good news, the good word about crypto, about blockchain, about doing that. Now, I know a lot of you are hesitant to go out and share because you don't know enough information. And that's why what you're sharing is not what you know about the blockchain or what's going on. You're simply sharing that there is a place for people to come and learn about it. That place is our YouTube channel. That place are these phone calls. That place is our system that we built, the onboarding system. So you don't need to know a lot to share this with friends and family. You just need to, in my opinion, do that for the purpose of the benefit of yourself and every single person who is involved. Okay. All right. That's all I've got now, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm headed off to the gym to go keep in shape and get healthy so we can have a very bright future in building out this ecosystem that we're doing. One more quick thing. If you see an ad for a Nexus ecosystem, please do me a favor. Don't click on that. On Saturday, we're going to walk you guys through it. If it's an ad where we're paying per click, you're going to drain our marketing account. That is really for people that don't know about the system. We will walk you through. We're going to show you guys the site that it leads to. We're going to show you guys the ads. We're going to walk through the thought process of it. We're going to do all that on Saturday. I know curiosity, because like I saw one and I went, oh man, oh wait, no, I can't click on it. Don't do it, Peter. You're going to cost the token holders money. Do not do that. We want every dollar to go to bringing new people to the system. So I had to hold myself back from doing it. So I know if I had to hold myself back, I know you guys are going to have the same urges to do that. There's ads going on PooCoin, CoinZillow, BS Scan. Those are all. So if you see an ad for the Nexus ecosystem, please do not click on that. By the way, we had some people that saw it for the first time. They loved what was created and they were blown away by it. All right. Thank you guys and have a great day.